So, good morning, good night, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome to a brand new interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector. And today I got the band Horace Pinker with me. They're a punk rock band that started in the 90s. And they're back with their first new album since 2011. And it's called Now and the Future. And I have the whole band here with me, live from Chicago. Like, how are you guys tonight?
Doing well. Thanks for having us.
Fantastic.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm in Puerto Rico, so it's not as cold. I know in Chicago you're getting into the super cold time. So yeah, I got the whole band here with me. So say your name and what you do in the band.
My name's Greg. I play bass.
I'm Scott. I sing and play guitar.
I'm Brian, and I play the drums.
But Greg, it also says that you sing, I think, backup, right?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
wait, I sing back up too.
And
No.
Brian he's
No.
on recordings.
No.
We don't let him sing live.
I've sang. I sang on the EP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the studio.
that's right.
But
Why do you only let Brian sing in the studio? Come on.
Because they're mean. They don't
Because-
appreciate talent, my friend.
he's working so hard with the drums. We don't want to overtax him. We don't want to we want him to be able to walk away after the show. If he's got to focus on too many things, I mean, that's a lot.
Well, I mean, I think what it is they don't appreciate my my onstage banter in between songs. So that's what's not being appreciated here.
So you're more Bono singing. No, Bono. Oh my God, Ringo Bono. You're more.
Oh, Ringo.
You're
Yes,
more.
I am the Ringo of Horace Pinker. Yes.
More Ringo than Phil Collins. Then
Yeah. Yeah.
when I said Bono, I'm like, wait, Bono is not a drummer. But yeah, so you guys, so when you put out your last album in 2011, so like, why the huge long gap between albums?
So Brian decided he wanted to move to Australia, and no one knows why. So we were happy to get rid of him. He moved to Australia. We moved on. We started playing with other people. We did a record for Dead Broke Records, an EP called Recover. We did some shows, and then Brian came back. So so we let him back in the band. We started playing shows. We started recording for a new album, and then COVID hit. So that really set us back. We released it during COVID as an EP instead of a full length, and now we have that EP out as a physical product, House of Cards, and the new album. So that kind of covers like 10 years right there. But the pandemic was hard for everybody, obviously, in different ways. But it set musicians back, right? We were kind of ready to go in 2019, and then it didn't happen in the spring of 2020. So
It happened now.
yes, that's right. It's happening right now.
Right now. So Brian, like, why did you go to Australia, man?
So I do. So we don't do this band full time anymore. So back in the 90s, we took a run at it, doing it as a for a living, and it quite frankly wasn't much of a living. So Scott went to school and got his PhD, and I learned how to build websites. And so since then we've all kind of like had careers and done things. And so I was working for a technology company, and they talked me into moving my family to Australia for 4 years and building e-commerce websites. And so that's what we did. And the guys replaced me immediately. That's how, talk about band loyalty, man. Wow.
You went corporate, man.
I did. I sold out. So, but I'm back now. It's all good. So
Awesome.
we're all in it, man. We're going for another run.
Yeah. So you guys have toured with like Non-FX, Blink, like the Offspring. I saw all the bands that you toured with. Do you have?
We played with them. We played with them. We didn't tour. We toured with Agent Orange, toured with Jawbreaker, toured with a band called All Systems Go. So we've had some really cool shows and cool tours. Just to be clear.
Yeah. We pretty much have played with almost everybody. Yes.
Yeah.
So
any cool stories from back in the 90s?
None. No cool stories. None. Nothing crazy, nothing fun. It was all boring.
Hard to believe that to be true, Brian.
So I have a picture of Billy Joe Armstrong. Can I cuss on this?
Yes.
Okay, I have a picture of Billy Joe Armstrong in Belgium pulling out his dick and pushing it up against the window of their little van after a show that we played with them in Contic, Belgium on the Dookie tour. So, so lots of stuff like that.
Yeah, so you got to see the full Green Day.
Yes, I've seen the full Green Day. So,
Brian, I think that was actually at a gas station in Holland. I'm gonna have to correct you again.
was it? I swear
It
we
was
did it right
after
outside of the club.
Right. It was after the show, but I think we had driven to Holland together.
Well, we drove to Amsterdam after the show to go get weed. So,
this is not family friendly here, Hector.
No, my channel, I put the parental advisory on everything. That's what I told you. I saw your other interview. I'm like, no, you can curse here. You can give me wild stories about weed and Billy Joe's penis.
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Come on, Scott. You got a couple of stories. Come on. What else?
Yeah, I mean, we got to get into it. I mean, like, what are you looking for here?
Let's get into it, man. Come on.
No,
who do you want to hear about?
You can tell me whatever. Like you want to tell me about like fun stories. They don't have to be cruel. It could be like fun anecdotes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, talk about the Offspring not wanting to stay at the Horace Pinker house.
Yeah, that's a good story. You know what? So I put on an Offspring show for their tour on the album Ignition, and there was a nice 150 people that came. We didn't play that show. We played later on their tour as they were getting really big. We've played with them, but we didn't play that show. We had a band called 411, a straight edge hardcore band, a bunch of guys that didn't drink, and the Offspring played, and everyone was supposed to come to our house and stay, but it was such a crazy party. The guys in 411 got fairly upset and didn't appreciate the party. So they wrote a hit piece about my house in Maximum Rock and Roll, which was kind of the punk rock Bible back then. And the Offspring didn't stay at our house either. They kind of stayed outside in the van. So we all had a great time. We had a party. But yeah, that was kind of the scene in Phoenix back when we were getting going in the 90s. We started out in Tempe, right next to Phoenix. And we would put on my production company, creatively titled Three Guys Productions, because there were three of us. We put on a lot of shows. We put on the Offspring. We put on Green Day a whole bunch of times. We put on NoFX. All these bands that were getting bigger, but weren't really selling out clubs, even at 200, 300, 400 people. They were filling rooms, but not huge. It was awesome. It was a good time. And we would play a lot of the shows, but not all of them.
Yeah, there was a club we used to play in Tempe all the time called the Silver Dollar. That was kind of like our home, basically. And right before the club played, Green Day did a weekend there, and so we played both shows with them on Saturday and Sunday. And the Sunday was a matinee show, I believe, and someone had smashed in the toilet, and the toilet was right by the main pit area, and so the club filled full of sewage water, and everybody was slamming and rolling around in the water, in the sewage water, while Green Day was playing. Yeah. So
and that was the last show at the Silver Dollar Club.
Yep.
That was the final show.
Yeah. Me at 48, I wouldn't want to go to a show. Like when I was younger, I wouldn't care, but now I'm like, fuck no.
No way.
I'm like, I need my hygiene. So
Exactly.
what about you, Greg? Do you have some cool stories from back in the day?
No, by the time I joined up with these guys, we were all kind of mature.
No, Kansas City Mike came out in the 2000s. Come on, in Europe.
Shep, nah, there's nothing really that crazy. I'm like,
When there a dump, when there like a dumpster incident in the alley in Germany.
dumpster. Mm.
I don't know. I thought there was some sort of Kansas City Mike in the dumpster in Germany.
He
Maybe,
had a shirt. He had a shirt that said Kansas City Mike. That was a good time. That was fun. But we
That was,
retired that shirt.
yeah, that was my alter ego. So if I got a little carried away, then that was Kansas City Mike guy. But yeah, there's, now I don't have anything. I'm sorry.
Greg is
on.
all Zen.
That's okay, Greg. So
I
the,
was the one that would yell at the other guys if they made like, I'm not calling out names. There was drivers, there was roadies, but if people made derogatory or, somebody talked to a girl and then some other guy, somebody else with us would be like, "Did you fuck her?" And I'd be like, "Come on, man, how old are you?" I felt like I was too, not too mature, but I was just like over that part of it. I
So now
had
we
that.
don't have now we don't have roadies and drivers anymore.
Yeah,
Right.
but Greg kept everybody in line. That is
No, but
true.
I had that shit when I was younger, when I was in my first band with my friends, from like my hometown and stuff. I did a lot of stupid shit. We all did a lot of stupid shit, but I don't have anything that I could really say I necessarily did with Pinker.
Yeah.
So,
it was
sorry.
it was
Well,
that's okay. But you know what? I can relate to what you're saying about the friend asking if you had fucked someone because I have a friend, an acquaintance, and he's in his 40s. And every time he talks to me, he's like, "Hey, how are you?" And the second line he asks me is like, "Oh, have you fucked this week?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you care?" I'm not in my 20s. I don't gotta tell you shit. So yeah, I can relate. So the new album, now in the future, because I listened, the album, it has like a nostalgic feeling, but it also has like fun songs, more serious songs. So tell us a little bit about, first of all, the recording process for this new album.
We got to record for the first time in the bomb shelter with a guy named Dan Precision from 88 Fingers Louie fame, who we love. He had been an engineer on one of our older albums, but we never went to his studio. He was our engineer on Pop Culture Failure from a few years back. It was awesome. It's a great studio. It's super chill in a basement in a suburban Chicago city, but it sounds great. He's great to work with. He was fun to help write with, some harmonies, some guitar parts. And we take songwriting seriously. We want to have, even though we have stupid stories, we want to have some serious lyrics and we want to write things that are meaningful to us and some social and political commentary mixed in there.
yeah, I mean, I would say we were apprehensive to go back in the studio though because, we have done all of our records with Mass Giorgini from a band called Squirt Gun. He's been in Common Rider and Screeching Weasel, and just he's a very prolific musician and has recorded almost everybody. And so Math has done our records since Pop Culture Failure. So we've been working with him since '98. And this was the first time that we went into the studio with somebody else that, to do a full length that wasn't Mass. So even though we knew Dan, we were still a little apprehensive about it. But we pulled it off. We kind of came in with we did two sessions and we kind of came in half baked on some of the stuff, and Dan really helped us pull it together. And it just we're real happy with the way it turned out.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, what about you, Greg? What was your experience like?
I thought it was great. It was very comfortable. It was very easy to work with him. And it had been a good amount of time since we had really, like, we'd written the songs, and a lot of the stuff was like, well, this is an idea. We'll do this in the studio, and we'll try this out. And then to work with somebody who was so easy and understanding, but then also had such really good ideas, and he was just open to anything. Like, I would sit there and be like, "Ooh, I just heard something. What do you think of this?" And he would, it wasn't like there was it was open to everything. So it was just like, "Okay, wait, what's your idea then?" And so we talk it out and be like, "Ooh, I like that." Or then he could be like, "That's cool, but that conflicts with this part, so we'd have to do it this way." And so it was really great to have somebody that could take what was in our heads and put it, onto the tracks.
Yeah, so you had because it was like you know him, but you haven't like been with him, but it turned out to be like a great relationship in a way. So when you guys were picking the singles for this, I know you have "Call It a Day" and "Free Against Me." Like, how did you decide on those two as the singles?
We were fighting over which song was going to lead off the album, and so we decided to go with the song Brian wanted to lead off the album as the first single, and then the first track is the second one. We compromised.
Yeah. Well, I
And
think Dan, who produced the record, came in and basically said, this is the flow of the record, and this is what the single should be. And so we just kind of deferred to him because, yes, we were there's a little bit of band tension internally. So, but no, I mean, I think it turned out well. I think "Three Against Me" was a great way to introduce folks to the new record. So.
And we have a video for it too. It's just it's not quite done.
Okay, yeah, because the videos that you have now are the ones on YouTube that's like with the lyrics and stuff. So can you tell something about the upcoming video? When is it? When is the video coming out for "Free Against Me"?
Any day now. I mean, I think it'll be out soon. We recorded it at a club called Livewire in Chicago, and we did some live performance too for that from the album release party that we played last about a month or so ago. So we're gonna mash that up, and we have a couple other dramatic scenes that we'll put in there involving a light bulb. So we'll see how that turned out.
Yeah, well, the album. Since you brought it up, I'll show the artwork for the album, which is it has the free light bulbs.
Yep.
Obviously represent, I think, the three of you. So yeah, so this is the album artwork, and I know the album artwork was done by JP Flexner. So tell us a little bit about what you were going for with the artwork.
Oh man, that was something. So JP is an old friend. JP used to play drums in a band called Beat Slang, and if you never heard of Beat Slang, you should check them out. They were absolutely amazing. And JP's been in a lot of great bands, but he's an artist out of Philly, great drummer, and he did the artwork for Local State Inertia, which was the record we put out in 2011. And so we circled back with him and sent him the new stuff, and he liked it. And but we didn't really have any ideas or concepts around what we wanted the artwork to be. And so it was a challenge. It was a good couple of months of back and forth and a couple of different ideas. And then I think that finally we the stars aligned, and we kind of figured out what direction we wanted to go, and JP came up with this treatment, and it just clicked. And so the three light bulbs, I mean, I don't, yeah, represents us, or just the fact that it could be me, that I have such great ideas. I have three light bulbs above my head because I'm killing it.
And you're in the darkness.
And I'm in the darkness. So
well, we all know why you're in the darkness.
But no, I mean, I think this definitely. I think the direction of the artwork definitely comes from, "Three Against Me." The lyrics of that was what the inspiration was, and Scott wrote those lyrics, so he can probably speak more to the deep insight into what he was thinking.
Well, you just wrote down on one of our interviews, Brian, that you liked the lyrics "When the poison slowly bled." So,
That's
there it
good.
is.
That's
Kind of moving it to simplify, moving forward, moving ahead, getting out of your own way. That's actually in the lyrics to a different song. And seeing things for the way they are. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, when you were, Scott, when you're writing like the things for this record, like what inspires you when you're trying to like write material for an album?
You know what? It's like squeezing a lemon that you've already juiced. Right. You gotta like get to the core, and then you gotta like keep going. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard work, and you have to find inspiration. I found inspiration in yeah, like just kind of hitting a new phase of life. And then also just, you know, everyone's pissed that we have this bullshit government, and no one gives a shit about climate change, and no one's fighting these battles and winning. There are some people are fighting, no one's winning. So there is a song there, a couple like references to our losing battle against climate change. But it's not in your face. I'm not like screaming at Reagan like we did in the 80s. I'm not going to name check politicians, but yeah, we wanted to have some actual political and social commentary in there too. So check out the fourth song for that one.
I checked out the whole album. The
Oh
whole
yeah. No, I'm just telling your audience. I'm telling your audience, man.
Yeah. No, just listen to the fourth song. That's it.
What's the name of the first song? Because I didn't write the name of the whole song on my notebook.
Yeah.
Check out
Sorry?
Warm Up to the Future.
Yeah, warm up to the future. Yep.
Yeah, warm up to the future.
Which I thought was about relationships. I thought it was more about Scott's marriage, and instead it's about climate change. So, what do I know?
There you go. Not much.
Not much. And JP totally got it. JP was like, "No, man, that's about the climate." And I was like, "What?
Oh,
no
yeah,
way."
JP felt the story, and I'm not being facetious. He got the lyrics, and that's why he has really cool stuff on the insert to the album too. When the vinyl is supposed to be out any minute and ships, so when people see that, there's really cool stuff on the inside too. He did incredible work.
Awesome, yeah. So, well, it's good that the song is about climate change. So yeah, it's true. I live in the Caribbean. You don't have to talk to me about climate change.
Yeah.
Those hurricanes.
All right.
Are
Sorry, I have a question for you guys. I have to drive home right now. Do you want me to get off, or should I just do this interview while I'm driving?
I did an interview once with this guy from Europe, and he was driving, and I don't know if in Europe they drive really fast. So I was thinking, if this dude dies, interview, it'll be the last recording of him.
And it would have been your fault too.
Well, I didn't tell him to drive. He was driving. He was driving and answering my questions. So yeah,
this whole video, like this whole podcast, is just really you better be very careful, Mr. Jones, because if anything happens, man, there's just proof that you're doing everything to take a chance.
All right, I will. I'm just going to do a little bit of driving, and we'll kind of see what happens.
Yes. So
you know what?
Brian,
This
Motor
interview,
One, Brian. Motor One.
This interview just got dangerous.
Motor One.
We have a song on our old album called Motor One. Brian wrote the lyrics, and yeah, Greg, they do seem relevant here.
I think Brian is trying to prove that I'm like I'll show you corporate. I'm still punk. I'm driving.
I'm still punk.
So what's the scene? Can we ask you a question? What's the scene like in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
So Puerto Rico, yeah, I'm glad you asked me that question. It's funny, you asked me that question, I see Brian driving. So Puerto Rico has, we have metal bands, we have ska bands. Actually, we have a cool pop punk band from Puerto Rico that their name is Corre Forest, which means run forest, like from the Forest Gump movie. They sing in Spanish, but they're pretty cool, and they have some political. It's funny because they have songs about heartbreak mixed with songs about political stuff. So really cool band. It's in Spanish, but they're pretty cool. We have a crossover thrash metal band called Fulminator who they dress like some aliens, and they put out a whole album recently called Destroy Tokyo, and it's a concept album about them fighting people in Tokyo because they stole a device from an overlord in the future. So we have an interesting scene. We have Doom.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We have a Doom band called Moths that, they're like Doom progressive. So yeah, we do have a scene. A lot of people think that Puerto Rico is like more like reggaeton and stuff, but we do have a underground metal and rock scene. So yeah, cool.
Do any? I mean, do bands from the, I mean, we're all part of the States, but do bands go there? Because I mean, I hear about, I mean, all these bands are really doing like Central and South America now, and I don't hear about a lot of bands playing in Puerto Rico.
Well, we do get bands playing here. Like, well, in January, Avenged Sevenfold is coming here.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so we have bands playing here once in a while. But yeah, no, we've had bands. So yeah, it's a cool scene. But we need more like punk bands coming down here. Like
yeah. Are you in San Juan?
I am in San Juan.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just there a few years ago. It's beautiful, but I probably didn't see I didn't get to see the extent of the city.
I've only been to the airport. That's it.
There you go.
Very nice airport though.
The same with me with Chicago. I never gone to experience Chicago. I just seen the Chicago O'Hare Airport, which is an airport that I was running late to another terminal. I'm like, this airport is never ending.
Yeah.
It never ends. But I gotta go to Chicago, but when it's not that damn cold. I need to go to a Riot Fest.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Let's
go. That was fun this year. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it's fun. So you know what song I really like from the album? The one that closes, Back in the Day. Because I'm sure that's a super nostalgic track. So for you guys, when you're writing like music now, what's the difference from writing now to when you like the 90s stuff? Like, are you more conscious of like what you're writing now that probably what you wrote back in the day?
Yes, 100%. Because now, I mean, when we were in the 90s, if you listen to a band like Crimpshrine, listen to some old recordings of Sam I Am. We love Sam I Am. I mean, even some old Jawbreaker recordings. I mean, they're really raw. There's a lot. I mean, there's the vocals. The vocals are all over the place. The drums are all over the place. I mean, when we were getting into this DIY scene where a lot of bands in Berkeley were getting big, and like the older 80s bands were breaking up, and like, so we were all creating something new, but it wasn't all perfect recordings, and it wasn't all studio musicians, and there weren't festivals that bands were playing. I mean, in Europe there were a few, but in the States it was all underground and clubs and basements and bars, dive bars. So we were just having fun writing songs to express ourselves and talk about that political moment. And but now we're like, all right, we gotta make sure this song is perfect, not only in the conception, but in terms of the recording, right? Like the expectation of recording now is so different, and the technologies are so different. So Greg wrote this song. Greg?
Well, the way we write all songs, though, it's just like one person has a riff or an idea and we just build on it. I was just noodling around one day and it kind of reminded me of um, like 80s kind of new wave pop in because I started playing it, it was a little bit slower. And I think somebody made, or I even made like a Joy Division reference or something. And then we just started playing with it. But then I did go home and kind of play the bass line on my own because that was the core to what we were writing. And so I picked up the tempo on it and like I just instead of being more shoegazery, like we made it more of a pop punk song.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
really
I
reminded us,
remember.
I think, of some of our older songs. So it's fun to write it and
Yeah.
then put those lyrics. And it's not about being just nostalgic for back in the day, but it's also about, moving forward and recreating yourself in a positive way and not just saying, oh, we did something back then. So, um,
Yeah. You don't
that
want
was.
that old man that's yelling like back in my day. Like
Yeah, so that's the lyrics are, flipping that upside down. Exactly.
exactly. Back in
Like
my day we used to do this. But I'm so glad that Greg mentioned Joy Division because I saw the other days on the news there's a politician in another country that was getting flagged because he wore a Joy Division shirt.
I saw that. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And I was like, what the fuck? What's wrong with Joy Division? Like, I don't remember which country. I was in England, or I can't remember which country it was, but they were saying like, oh, that a lot of like bad stuff. I'm like, why? Because he wore that shirt?
Yeah, they were trying to tie it back to Nazism. So just so ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? But yeah, it's crazy. So, but did you guys ever get to play it in a Warped Tour back in the day?
We
We
did
did
not.
not.
That was one of
No.
the tours that, I mean, as that was getting started, we were kind of focused on Europe when we were doing a lot of tours in Europe in the early 2000s and yeah, we never got on those big kind of, no offense Warped Tour people, those big corporatized kind of festivals, and yeah, we would have been happy to play, but yeah, we
Yeah.
weren't on that one.
But
I
that
don't think we ever reached out to Kevin about that. So I don't even think we tried for some reason.
you
We
can
probably should have.
you can call them and you can set up their website. And
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Nice.
I'll
Nice.
set up your website if you let us play.
Yep. There you go.
I never got to go to a Warped Tour. They never came to Puerto Rico, but I did go to an Ozfest and Lollapalooza, but obviously I had to go to the States
Mm.
to watch that. So I didn't go I wanted to go to a Warped Tour so to have the experience of the different tours. But yeah, out of the Lollapalooza, the Ozfest was the best one.
Nice.
in,
Nice.
in 2005, I went to that. So yeah, it was real fun. But yeah, here in Puerto Rico, we had like a festival called like because here in Puerto Rico in the 90s, like rock in Spanish was real big. So we had like a pop rock festival, but lots of like rock bands from that play Spanish from Argentina, different countries, and they did like a festival. So that was more popular here.
Yeah, we got our revenge by playing the Vans Zona Punk tour in Brazil. So that was the Warped Tour equivalent, where we played with all bands from Brazil and Argentina. We were the only US band. It was one of the best tours we ever did.
It was awesome.
And fans in South America, they're very passionate.
Yes.
I think it's because we like in like places like South America, Puerto Rico, we don't get as much bands as like they play in the States. So maybe like people in the States are they're so used to so many bands that they can be a little bit ungrateful. So when bands come to here, like people are happy that the bands
Yep.
here. So yeah, that's what I think. So the album's out now, but but I saw that there's some vinyl, but the vinyl is still not available, right?
It's gonna ship really soon. Yeah, apparently there was some delays.
Is it
Yeah, I think there was a postal strike in Canada, and then there's something going on with tariffs I hear about. So
Yeah.
the new thing? Well, I was saying if it's not the tariffs, it's still the backlog because of that Adele album a few years ago.
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that like took all the pressing plants offline.
Yes,
Yeah.
it did. So right now of the new album, do you guys have like a favorite song that you like to play live?
Ooh.
We were actually just talking last night on another interview that we actually want to learn more songs off our new album to play live. Greg and I were begging Scott to let us play more songs.
Yeah, we need to break out a song called Static Generate that we really like. We haven't played that live yet. I've been really getting into playing Just Around the Corner live. That's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. I like to play Warm Up for the Future live. We haven't done that yet either.
All
So
right, so we have some work to do.
we do have we have some practice to do. Absolutely.
Yes. So yeah, I'm just trying thinking like Brian, concentrate on the road. I'm like kind of nervous here.
No, all good.
Yeah.
We are living on the edge.
Oh,
You know, don't worry. I only have my 15-year-old daughter's life in my hands, so it's all good.
did you embarrass your daughter right now by quoting Aerosmith?
Everything he says embarrasses me.
Uh-oh. What?
Oh,
Wow.
there you go.
Hard.
There you go.
You know what? My daughter is 8, and I embarrass her as well. So I can.
That's our jobs, right?
That's our jobs, to be embarrassing. And yeah, like every time I tell my daughter, "Oh, I'm interviewing this band," she's like, "I don't care."
I don't care. I don't know who they are. Yeah, whatever.
The only thing I would tell her, I'm interviewing Huntress from K-pop Demon Hunters, then she would care.
Nice.
Yeah, that's when you interview them, yeah, let me know.
Yeah, then she'll be like,
Did
"Oh,
that take a box for you?
I'm not 10 years old.
Okay. Yeah, my daughter said she's not 10 years old, so that's
That's still a good movie though.
it's still a good. She says it's still a good movie, but she's not 10
We
anymore.
can hear,
So-
Brian, we can hear her.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of a public phone call.
I got to agree with his daughter. It is actually a good movie. I enjoyed it. So yeah, so the album, you guys, how was the album release show?
The album release show is fantastic. It was sold out. We played with our good friends Leonard's Innards, an old band from Chicago, vis-a-vis Indiana. And then we just got off tour. We played the fest down in Gainesville. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. So right now, because I saw that the last show that you played was on November 2nd. Are you guys taking the rest of the year off and maybe do some shows next year?
Yeah, absolutely. Brian says we're taking the rest of the year off. That was news to me, but apparently
we have nothing planned. That's why I said that.
So we're going back into the studio with Dan. We're gonna record a few new songs, and we're gonna do a split with our friends from Dayton, Ohio, called the Raging Nathans. So we're really psyched for that. And then we're planning a whole bunch of shows next year. We're gonna go back to Europe next year, and do this all over again.
Yeah, doing splits is fun because you have like two bands and the bands feed from each other. So guys, I want to thank you for taking some time of your night, and Brian from joining us from the car, and his daughter to join us to talk Horace Pinker. So
see, Carson, you got a shout out. No, all right, she doesn't care.
Younger generation doesn't care. Like, for example, the other day at Halloween, I was at my sister's, and my sister's daughter, her friend, she dressed like a character from, was it Back to the Future? No, it was Grease or something, or Back to the Future. And I told her, oh, no, it was from Top Gun. She was dressed from the woman from Top Gun. So I told her, oh, so you like Top Gun? And she's like, not really. And then I'm like, then why are you dressed like the character from Top Gun? Like,
Was she dressed like Tom Cruise or Kelly McGillis?
Kelly McGillis, but old Kelly McGillis.
Kelly McGillis. Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes, I'm like
Not even popular. Like among like our age group. Like why would they?
I don't know.
I don't know why she would dress like Kelly like really the most obscure character from the Top Gun. That's why. Like you couldn't dress like the Iceman or Goose. No, Kelly McGillis.
Kelly McGillis.
Iceman.
I don't remember the name of her character. But yeah, again, I want to thank you guys for taking some time. So before I let you go, anything you like to say to my followers, my couchers?
I'll say thank you for your time. Stay on the couch.
Thank you so much for having us, and we can't wait to see you in Puerto Rico at a dive bar in San Juan. How about that?
Well, if you guys want to, I know a lot of the musicians here, some of them are promoters. So you can, if you want information, you can send me a message and I can get you in contact with people.
We're in. Count us in.
We'll look up Corre Forest.
Corre Forest, yeah, Corre Forest, cool band. So yeah, they're playing. Actually, there's a festival here in Puerto Rico at the end of November with lots of bands, and they're playing on that festival. There's also like this punk rock band that's free girls, and they're pretty cool. They're called Tapa Boca, like shut your mouth. That's the name of their band. So they're pretty cool. They have some like really badass songs. So you can check them out too. So guys, again, thank you for taking some time. I appreciate it. And I enjoyed the album because I enjoyed those albums that sound like the punk that I grew up with. And it feels like genuine music. So Couchers, I would recommend the new Horace Pinker album, Now in the Future, if you want to listen to some solid punk with some pop punk and stuff, listen to it. I'll post the link for people who want to follow the band and if they want to pre-order the record. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a Couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.